Emily, thanks so much for joining us here today, in your case.
Yeah, what time
And
is it for you? You're in Germany?
yes, exactly. Here it's close to 10 p.m.
Oh wow, look at that.
But still okay, yeah.
Yeah. It's not that bad. It's only
No.
3:46 here. That's not a huge time difference, I feel like.
Yes, actually not. No, no. So it's
Yeah.
not midnight or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Emily, I have to tell you, I've seen the movie twice.
Oh yeah?
Totally enjoyed it. Yes, what a crazy ride, really. And there's a line in the movie that says that Terminator 2 is one of only four sequels that are even better than the first one. So would you
Mhm.
say Killer Queen is number five?
Yeah. I
Yes,
think so.
right.
I think that's I mean I feel like I don't know. I feel like I can't say that, but maybe if you feel that way, then yes.
Absolutely, absolutely. And you know, we can't say too much about Melanie, because of course we don't want to give away too much for the audience. But what we can say is that she wants to be a successful influencer and social media star. So I was wondering, how do you feel about social media? What are you also aiming for 1 billion followers? Would you be fine with 1 million?
I love that line. I love that line, that reference in the script. I don't know if you've seen The Social Network. Um,
Yeah.
but where she goes, a million followers is cool, but what's even cooler is 1 billion followers. I was watching Social Network the other night, and I didn't even think about that reference, and then all of a sudden I see Justin Timberlake with Jesse Eisenberg, and he's like, $1 million is cool, but it's even cooler, $1 billion. And I was like, oh, of course, everything in the movie's references. That's what you get when you're working with McGee. But no, I have a weird relationship with social media. I always have. I I don't fetishize social media. I think a lot of people do, and I think we're in a really weird generation where social media can be really helpful, especially in times like Corona or uh, times when there are causes that need to be talked about or politics. And I think that young people have this amazing outlet through social media to be able to come together and tell stories and create art. And I think there's a lot of good things about it, but I don't know, sometimes I almost feel like the bad things outweigh the good things just because there's a lot of unrealistic expectations, especially of young girls on social media. I don't really like the entire TikTok generation just because I have a younger sister and I'm very, very protective. I don't like when young women are sexualized or told to buy skinny teas or have to do things that they shouldn't have to be dealing with as children. But I definitely don't think I have the same relationship as Melanie does with social media, but that is good.
She's a little bit extreme, yes,
A
but
little bit extreme. I think that that's like sort of it's meant to be just because it has a lot of parallels with uh, what we're going through in an extreme matter through social media and whatnot. But yeah, it's scary too, just because it's pretty real.
yeah.
Mhm.
And you know what? I spoke to your colleague Robbie Amell on Monday, and I
Okay.
asked him if he would have had the possibility to babysit one of the kids. I mean, you're not kids anymore, really, this time. But if he would be able to babysit one of you, like you, Judah, or Jenna, which one would he pick? What do you think? What he said?
I don't know. I probably do that. I don't know.
No, no. You know what? He was too nice to pick one, so he said all
Yeah,
of them.
that's like asking what your favorite kid is.
Yes, right. It's really
Yeah.
hard, actually, right? Yes, yes, yes. But I'm
Yeah.
gonna try it with you. So if you could pick one from the four that came back from the dead, Bella, Robbie, Hannah, or Andrew, what do you think? Which one would have been the coolest babysitter?
Um. Well, that's hard. The coolest, or like, I don't, there's a, they're
Well,
all like they're all different for different reasons. Like, I would love to hang out with all of them. I don't know. That's probably too hard to pick. I love Hannah Mae Lee, and she would probably be the nicest babysitter that doesn't really line up to her character, but she's like very loving, and she reminds me of my mom. Or not my mom, but she's very maternal
yeah,
instincts. lot. She's the sweetest person I've ever met, which, like I said, does not line up with her character whatsoever. But I mean, Batch would probably be the most cool and fun babysitter to have.
What do you think? Which one would allow you to watch horror movies?
All of them.
All
Maybe
of
not.
them, right? You know what? There was also another line that I died laughing when I heard it. It was when Melanie's father said that Melanie is a DTF and what it means.
Yeah. Ditches Thursday, Fridays.
Yes. So were you ever a DTF, in a movie set?
Ditches Thursday, Fridays, or down the.
No. Thursday, Fridays. No.
Okay, yeah. What do you mean? Like, did I want to ditch?
Yes. Yeah. Depending if you enjoyed the movie you were working on.
Oh yeah, no, I've been really lucky in my career. I've never really. I mean, I've been working since I was a kid, and I've been really lucky so far to really enjoy every project that I've sort of been involved with. But who knows? We'll see. I'll answer that in a few years.
Yes. What I love about the movie is that, yes, you have, it's a horror comedy. You have the horror elements, you have the comedy elements, but you also have, in its core, it's also kind of a beautiful and drama story, because we have like, Cole dealing still with the fact what happened to him, but also dealing with the fact that no one believes him, right? Mm-hmm. So would you say that this is what made you feel excited for this? Because it feels like, like a direct continuation and not like a repetition.
No, yeah. I think that's what I liked a lot about it. It sets place 2 years after the original film. It was a really cool experience to work with Judah again and continue on, just because we've remained friends throughout the years. We didn't film it 2 years ago, though it takes place 2 years ago, but it's been years and years since we did the original. Me and Judah kind of grew up together in a sense. I feel like I really liked the story just because of Cole and Melanie's relationship and how they went through that night together but decided to deal with it two separate ways and to cope with that night two separate ways. Judah's character Cole, he feels unheard and he feels like he might be crazy, and Melanie decides that she is going to move on and try to live life in a normal sense. And I have a lot of respect for Cole's character because he doesn't give in to social norms of just like, you're crazy, just pretend it didn't happen. He actually wants to get down to the bottom of it. And I love their characters together just because, like, through it all, no matter what, Melanie kind of continues on and goes to high school and is a bit popular, but no matter what, they stick together, and she always loves him just because they went through this thing together, and she's the only one that believes him.
Right. And I also love the line that Judah's character says at the very beginning. He says, "Getting what you want without actually working for it is ultimately unrewarding." What do you feel about that? Do you think it also counts for acting?
I completely agree. I think that in life we don't feel as rewarded without working for what we love. I mean, I've been acting since I was 3. I have worked my ass off. I've never stopped. With gaining success or whatever it is in life, getting to do what you love, there's always going to be an equal, or if not more, usually more, let down. And with that comes you have to have a huge work ethic, and you have to really love what you're doing. And yeah, I mean, since I was a kid working I remember I got an offer for the first time for a film, and I was probably like 12 years old, and it was some little film or whatever. I think my dad was producing it, and they're just like, you can do it. And I remember telling my mom, like, she's like, are you excited? And I was like, not really, because I didn't audition for it. I didn't work for it. It doesn't feel like it's mine because I didn't really put my heart and soul into it. And yeah, I mean, you kind of have to let go of that at some point, just because, like, you're working your whole life. You've gotten there because you've been working your whole life. If you get an offer or whatnot. But yeah, I think that quote it aligns with anything in life. It's way more valuable when you really put your heart and soul into it.
Absolutely. There are like so many people who go like, yes, I want to do that and this, and then the entire weekend they do end up doing something else, and then they complain about not getting there where they want to go. And
it's easy to want something, but to really want something, like you said, you got to work for it, and you have to love it,
yes, absolutely. Emily, I want to thank you so much for your time today.
Yeah, thank you.